Welcome back to 31 Days of Fragrance Origins, where every note has a birthplace, every ingredient has a history, and every perfume has a story. Before roses became the symbol of love and romance, they were the fragrance of kings, queens, and empires. People have treasured roses for over 5,000 years. The ancient Egyptians associated them with luxury and beauty. And, legend says, Cleopatra filled her palace full of roses to seduce Mark Antony. The Romans linked roses with Venus, the goddess of love, using them in celebrations, banquets, and religious ceremonies. But it was actually in Persia where the rose truly became one of perfumery's greatest treasures. It was around the 10th century that Persian physician and polymath Avicenna refined the alembic still, making steam distillation far more effective. Also, fun fact, polymath is basically Greek for spicy brain. Go look it up. His improvements allowed people to distill rose petals into rose water and eventually into rose fragrance oil. Even more than 1,000 years later, the process for steam distillation remains pretty much the same. As perfumery spread throughout Europe, we saw the rise in popularity of a few different types of roses. The damask rose, originally cultivated in the Middle East and now grown extensively in places like Bulgaria and Turkey, became the source of incredibly precious rose otto, while the lush centifolio rose flourished in Grasse, France. And it still remains one of the signature roses in French perfumery. Making natural rose oil is incredibly labor-intensive. Roses must be harvested by hand, while the cool morning temperatures help preserve the delicate aromatic compounds. Once the sun gets too high, those volatile compounds are evaporated away. And it takes 60,000 roses, which is about 200 pounds of rose petals, to produce just 1 ounce of pure rose otto, making it one of the most expensive ingredients in perfumery per milliliter. Juliet may have said that which we call a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. Well, sorry sis, you're wrong. Because there are so many different scent molecules in a rose, not all rose materials smell the same. Rose otto, which is produced through steam distillation, has a fresh, bright, floral, almost citrusy quality. Rose absolute, which is extracted using solvents like oil, smells deeper, richer, fruitier, and jammy, because it preserves the heavier aromatic compounds that steam distillation leaves behind. Even with natural rose ingredients available, most modern-day perfumes use a combination of synthetic molecules and natural rose oil. These synthetic molecules don't replace natural rose material, but they give the perfumers another palette to paint with. So next time you smell a rose fragrance, remember, you're not just smelling a flower. You're smelling thousands of years of history, scientific innovation, and one of perfumery's greatest masterpieces. Every fragrance has notes. The best ones have stories. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next Origins.